Are we broken?
No, we're good. Ah! Okay, well, it was a spoil. My fault. Hey, guys. Hello. I was off to a rough start. It's going to be a great night.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be a great show.
You can tell we're really on our game here tonight.
That was my fault. So, hey, guys. Welcome to the FRCTop25. We'll be your host for tonight. If it's your first night, welcome, and we're glad you're here.
We're very excited for tonight. This is the final rankings. Tonight means so much.
It does. It really does.
Do you know what it means? That these top 25 teams are going to get a sticker on their robot from us at Championship.
Well, hopefully they put it on the robot.
Yeah.
We hope.
Yeah.
That's our hope.
Not everyone does.
So Justin and I will hopefully personally come around, maybe Pat and I if Justin's busy coaching, but we will deliver a sticker to your pit.
Personally?
Yes, personally.
We love that interaction with teams. So obviously big stakes tonight. That robot sticker, priceless. Also, we'll be doing a FRC Top 25 T-shirt for the 2014 final rankings. On the back, it'll list all the top 25 teams. On the front, just says FRCTop25.com or something like that. So that'll be available by next week. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be. We've sold quite a few of the 2013 ones.
Yeah.
So really excited to put out that new one. So welcome to all those that are new, and we just want to again send a thanks to Vex Pro for just their continual support of all that they do for us. And one lucky winner tonight that will vote out of the largest voting group we have ever had. Will win a Vex Pro prize pack, which consists of a lot of great things. Let me grab it real quick.
So you do have to be in the top 25 to get a fancy top 25 robot sticker. However, if you'd like just a regular top 25 sticker that doesn't have a fancy number 6 on it, you can find Mike and I. We'll have a bunch on us at all times. Stop by, say hi. We'll give you a sticker, and if you want to throw it in your robot, go ahead. So just to prove how unorganized we are most of the time, do you have that image that I sent to you, the before and after of our previous webcam?
I will pull it up because I think I will get it going. So here, if you want to,
I'll do that. You do that.
All right, let's do it.
Look at this teamwork. So this is some of the fancy stuff in our prize pack. FRC Top 25 Beach Ball. We know that's been super popular. I'm actually going to take these right now. Vex Pro safety glass retainers. Excuse me. Vex safety glasses. FRC Top 25 shirt. Lots of good stuff.
Gotta keep going, Bo. Keep going.
Want me to keep delaying? So these are our fancy stickers designed by none other than Amy Isnaga from 148 and Internet Innovation First International made us these nice stickers. So like I said, if you're interested, find Mike and I at Championship, and we'll be happy to give you 1 or 2 or 6.
Or, yeah. Oh, I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
What's happening?
We said it was going to be a great night.
My microphone fell for the first time in the history of this show.
Okay, so you go ahead and explain this because it's coming in right now.
Okay, so I believe this is a screenshot that I took from one of our YouTube videos from, I want to say, like 2012.
I don't know. Could be.
It's definitely an old episode. And I put it next to this current season's episode. So go ahead and, are they looking at that now? Mm-hmm. So that's just the difference in quality that we have pre-Vex Pro and post-Vex Pro. So that's kind of a cool thing to see, kind of how far we've come, and and thanks to Vex Pro for making that possible.
Absolutely. So we may also put out a very limited run of Her Majesty stickers.
For Libby's Segway.
Which can only be put on Segways.
We should stop calling it Segway. Should we just be called the Chariot? The Princess Chariot.
The Princess Chariot.
All right.
So, we're going to have a kind of normal schedule tonight. We're going to go over some recaps of regionals that happened last week. We're going to talk about some teams. We're going to do some previews of the district championships that are coming up. And we'll do some more teams. And that might be about it. Hour and a half later. That might be it.
Hour and a half. I think this show is going to end up being just a little bit longer.
Could be.
Just because we've kind of, these top 25 teams, we want to give them their due. We're really going to kind of recap the entire season of these teams that are in the top 25. So we're not going to stress ourselves out. We'd like to do an hour and a half if it goes a little bit longer. I don't care.
Yep.
So, as always, recaps. Before we get to the top 25, there's been some great events this past weekend, and we are going to start with the Western Still getting over my FLR illness. The Western Canada Regional. 36 teams gathered at the Olympic Oval in Western Canada. After 76 qualification matches, the ranking saw 43-34, the Alberta Tech Alliance, and 2013, both with an 11-2 record. 43-34 won the tiebreaker, however, but they didn't have to worry about playing against each other as 43-34 asked 2013 to join their alliance. The number one alliance powered through to the finals to face the number 3 seed when they got there. However, the 1 seed won convincingly in 2 matches, only scoring less than 200 points in finals match 2, over 200 the rest of their finals, the rest of their elimination matches. And another congratulations as well to 43-34, the Alberta Tech Alliance, again on their Chairman's Award. Double gold this season has just been a theme.
Mm-hmm.
It's been awesome to see.
And pretty boss video as well.
Yeah, definitely probably the nicest video.
Deserves a
from
gold
Premier
star.
Night.
So
Yeah.
the triple gold.
Gold star. I like that. So yeah, they had the most professionally shot video on Premier Night. And they were able to back it up with obviously solid robot and a great performance at the Western Canada Regional.
All right, on to SVR. The Silicon Valley Regional gave us one more chance to see California powerhouses take the field. After 107 qualification matches, 971 was on top yet again, going 35-0 for the season. Incredible. They picked 254 and 1662 to run out their alliance. The 1 seed powered through to the finals, never scoring less than 195 points. Semifinals 1 wasn't able to reach the competitive level that we were expecting after 1323 accidentally subbed themselves out and were forced to call in a backup. In the finals, the 1 seed ran into the 2 seed of 368, 1678, and 4171. After 2 close matches, the 1 seed came out on top. Congratulations to 604, the Regional Chairman's Award winner for SVR. Thoughts on Frank's post today?
We're going to talk about we'll talk about that a little bit later as well.
Okay, moving on.
But I just want to say that at the time when I first read about it and first heard about it, it was an unfortunate situation. I felt really bad for Madtown. They have a great robot and first took some great steps in the right direction. But like I said, we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Sure. What you looking up?
I'm sorry, my coughing. I haven't coughed all day. I get on this show.
It was like me yawning the other day.
No, I'm just boring. That's the problem.
Yeah. What you looking up?
I'm looking up how many Chairman's Awards 604 has because I think it's quite a few.
So that was SVR 971, who I'm guessing we'll talk about later.
They have 7 Regional Chairman's Awards now. So
wow.
That's really impressive.
604.
That big award anytime now.
Awesome. Up next, we got Colorado.
Colorado Regional, 52 teams battled it out with 1138 seeded first. 2543 and 3310 joined their alliance. 1619 coming off their semifinal finish at Utah joined the 2 seed. However, the 2 seed was overcome by the 3 seed in the semifinals, while the number 1 seed was able to win the event overall in an impressive 6 matches. Congratulations as well to 3562 on their Regional Chairman's Award.
The South Florida Regional, Florida's second regional of the year, went off with much less controversy than the first. 180 was able to come out on top on the table after everyone played 12 matches. They were joined by the 7th seed, 179, and the 22nd, 3932. To battle it out in the Olymps. Semifinals 1, match number 1, saw a regional record of 305 points scored. The final saw the number 1 seed playing the 6th. After 2 contested matches, though, the number 1 seed came out on top. It'll be nice to see 179 make a return to the championship event after not attending last year. And congrats to 3354 on the Chairman's Award win at South Florida.
So moving from Florida to the Midwest Regional, saw 54 teams compete this past weekend, improving from their showing at the Wisconsin Regional where they did not make the elimination rounds. 111 Wild Sang greatly improved, finishing 17th, but only made it to the quarterfinals. Team Ponage finished atop the field. They selected 1625 Winnovation first overall, along with a rookie team 5125 and brought home the gold. Incredible numbers in the finals, never scoring below 231 points. Finalists, however, 1732 the Hilltoppers added their 2nd and 3rd medals of the year when they made it to the finals and took home the Regional Chairman's Award.
It's a good season for the Hilltoppers there.
And it's great to see Winnovation get back into the winner's circle and having not won a regional since 2009.
Wow.
That's a long gap for a great team.
Absolutely. The Bayou Regional. 57 teams completed 10 matches each at the Bayou Regional, which is, pretty low for regionals this year. I mean, they really were pumping out. So after completing these matches, 29-73, Mad Rockers were atop. They were joined by 456 and 29-18. After hard-fought win in the quarters, the number 1 seed bowed out in the semifinals. The final saw number 5 playing number 2, and number 2 was able to squeak out the win in 2 matches after winning the first by only 3. Congrats to 2080 and the Regional Chairman's Award.
The Chesapeake Regional made a return to normal Week 1-6 action. If you remember last year, they were kind of that outlier Week 7 event. After 11 qualification matches, no one was surprised to see 16-29, the Garrett Coalition sitting atop the rankings after their performance earlier in the year at Virginia. 23-63 and 6-23 joined their alliance, and they powered their way all the way through, winning the regional in 6 matches. Another double gold of the year goes to 16-29 for winning the Chairman's Award.
Geico. Las Vegas was definitely a regional to watch, as many were fighting for their first and some second win of the year. Many teams were fighting for the top spot, and teams were shuffling up and down the top 8 as matches were being played all weekend. After taking the win in San Diego, the Warlords selected the team they beat, 987, the High Rollers. An epic battle in the finals. Finals match 2 ended as a win for the Red Alliance by a last-second high goal shot to take the win. Congrats to the winning alliance of 987, 2485, and 2478. Also, congrats to Jennifer Stensrud from 987 for her Woody Flowers Finalist Award, which puts 987 back in the lead for most Woody Flowers Finalist Awards for any team. Congrats to 1515 More Torque for their Chairman's Award. I'm Trent's probably watching, but he sent us a video, which I haven't been able to watch yet, but he sent us those videos, or they're up on YouTube of that match, so you can watch it. I think the human player from, I'm guessing 987, tossed it over 2 opposing robots into 987. Did you watch it?
He sent me. I was getting a little bit more information for their other spot there.
Spoiler
Big
alert.
surprise. And it's a great high toss over 2 robots right in the 987. They put it in for the win. It was an incredible play.
That's awesome.
Windsor-Essex Great Lakes Regional. This was it. One final showdown for the powerhouses from the north. 40 teams took the field at the University of Windsor. All weekend long, tough matches were played, with 11-14 finishing at the top when the dust finally settled. They selected 2056 OP Robotics and rookie team 5288 and took home the gold. They defeated the tough alliance of 1241 and their twin 1285 as well as 5288 in the finals. Greg Phillips of Team 1114 took home the much-deserved Woody Flowers Award, and congratulations to the hometown team of 77 who?
772.
On their Regional Chairman's Award. This marks 19 regional wins in a row for 2056. Unbelievable. Every event 2056 has attended, every regional event, they've won.
I think that goes back to 2007. I mean, that's incredible. I know it's the horse is just dead and beaten and rotting, but it's just incredible. Think about it. 19 regionals in a row, at least probably 2 regionals a year since 2007.
Yeah.
And just
it's sickening,
incredible.
but inspiring.
It's incredible. The New York City Regional saw 334 improve upon their 3rd place finish at FLR and seed first among deep competition. They made the logical choice and asked the 1 seed from Waterloo, 4039, Makeshift Robotics, to join their alliance. The alliance was rounded out with 1884, and the 1 seed won all their matches, but finals match number 2 by 60 or more points. Just shows you just how dominant and well-oiled machine that whole alliance was in playing together. Congrats to the 7 seed of 1156, 271, and 354. Treehouse Pirates, 354. For being semifinalists. Congrats to 353 on their Chairman's Award win.
Lone Star Regional, the final Texas Regional of the year, saw all the local powerhouses take the field for one last time before the championship event. The finals may have given us a look at what we could expect on Einstein, the likes of 118, 148, 624, and 1477 all taking the field at once. However, it was the number 1 alliance. Oh, I'm sorry. I want to make sure I get those.
This was an incredible regional as well. Ba-dum.
So it was the number 1 alliance of 118, 148, and 2585 that were able to take the win over 624, 1477, and 3997. Congrats also to 3847 Spectrum on their Regional Chairman's Award.
So we're going to move to some districts. Up first, we have the Pine Tree from the Northeast. 38 teams played 12 matches this past weekend in Lewiston, Maine at the Pine Tree District competition. Team 155, the Techno Nuts, went 11-1 to seed first. They selected a team that's dominated the New England district, Team 125, the Neutrons. They added 663, the other Robonauts, to form a powerful trio. They were seeded, they were battle-tested in the tough New England district, however, needing 3 matches to decide both the semifinals and the finals. It was 133, 39-30, and 35-25 that pushed the third match in the finals, but the number 1 seed ended up taking the win with a 170-97 victory. 125 also won the District Chairman's Award, giving them 4 banners in the year before state and world championships. Incredibly impressive. Congrats to team number 125.
After 70 qualification matches, West Michigan District winner 494 took the number 1 seed at Bedford this weekend. They selected their sister team 70 and 35-36 to dance with them in the elimination rounds. They eventually got knocked out in the finals, however, by hometown team 1023 Bedford Express and 240 Tempest and 862 Lightning Robotics. 28-34, the Bionic Blackhawks took the District Chairman's Award, while 35-47 Virus took the Engineering Inspiration Award.
Out to Lansing. 40 teams competed at Lansing, Michigan as district play worked towards a close. It was the 2005 Hall of Famers, Team 67, that seeded first after 12 matches going 11-1. The hot team selected 1918, the Ensign Gears, with their first pick, and 35-46 with their last to create a powerful alliance. In the finals, the number 1 seed met the number 2 seed with Alliance Captain 314, Megatron Oracles, along with 503 Frog Force and 4327 Q Branch. It was the number 1 seed, however, that really started putting things together in the finals, scoring over 200 in both matches to take the win. 314, the Megatron Oracles, took home the District Chairman's Award.
Troy, Michigan saw 40 teams battle it out for some of the final spots into the 2014 Michigan State Championship. After 12 matches, 23-37, the Engineer set atop the rankings going 10-2. 4 other teams also went 10-2, but thanks to 890 assist points, 23-37 took the top spot. They selected 35-39 the Biting Bulldogs and added 33-02 Turbo Trojans to round out their alliance. The number 1 alliance was hardly challenged on their way to the finals, but once there, they met a tough number 2 seed. Led by 1910 the Fully Freeze, the number 2 alliance also consisted of 33 the Killer Bees and rookie team 5193 Pantheon. In the finals, it was the number 2 seed that was able to execute the best and take the win in finals match 2 with a narrow 185-182 win.
Wow.
Congratulations to Team 2604 on their District Chairman's Award.
So, Oregon State University. I wonder if they say Oregon or Oregon.
We say Oregon. I think they do too. Yeah, they should at least.
Oregon. I think it depends on context. After 60 qualification matches, all of the top 3 seeds were finalists at their previous events. Each team was looking to get a district win and carry the momentum into the district championship. Even with these proven and limb track records, none of the top 3 picked each other. Number 1 seed was not able to overcome the 4 seed in the semis, while the 2nd and 3rd seed played three hard-fought matches, with the number 2 coming out ahead. The final saw the number 2 seed of 1425, 44-57, and 28-11 coming out ahead in 2 matches. Congrats to 1540 on their District Chairman's Award. So
that does it.
That does it, just like that.
For an exciting weekend, but also the last weekend of regional/district play.
Absolutely.
It's championships from here on out. The 4 district championships and the world championships. Only 5 official aerial assist events left.
That's wild. So it goes this weekend, right? And then we have a weekend off, and then world championships. Awesome. So we didn't say at the top of the broadcast, but if you would like to get a hold of us at all during the show, the best way to do that is by our email address. So shoot us an email if you'd like us to talk about anything or discuss anything on our breaks. We would love to do that. All right. Or you can tweet at us, FRCTop25.
So after the next 16 teams here, we're going to take a little break. So that would be a great time for us, or it gives us a little time to find your questions from your email. Add them to the list, and we'll be sure we cover it. And we'll be sure we cover it after we cover our first few teams here.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just pulling up our email right now. Then we can get going. Right now.
So we've been on the air for what? 20 minutes? Maybe a lot of people forgot what they saw earlier. Maybe it's still going to be a surprise.
What do you mean saw earlier?
When we first went on. Remember the 25 team was showing?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. So in case you happen to notice, you might already have saw the team. But our 25th ranked team, the 25th ranked team for 2014, is team number 188.
From Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Woburn Collegiate Institute, it's the Blizzard. 25-12 overall, and we're the winners at the North Bay Regional.
So you're up first. Or do you want to switch it? Do you want me to go first?
No, that's fine. After sitting out last year, 188 came back strong as ever in 2014. They debuted Week 1 in the 17th spot in the top 25 following their finalist performance at GTR West. They took a few weeks off and dropped off the rankings until just this week.
This past weekend, it was their performance at North Bay that got them back on the list and earned that robot sticker. The original Canadian team is the first of many Canadian teams we're about to talk about, however. Winning North Bay Regional gets this team back on the map, and we're excited to see what success they'll be able to find at the championship event.
So my first recollection of Blizzard was 2006 at Finger Lakes. Do you remember their robot with all the yellow? They had all the yellow rollers on the back. They could almost shoot three balls wide.
Yes, I do.
It was my first.
It was like almost was it pool noodles, or did it kind of look like?
It was. They were definitely foam. I don't know if they're pool noodles, but they definitely were foam material. Yeah. But it's great to see them back after taking a week off last year. Or taking a year off last year. They're not the only team to have set out 2013 and make it back on the list, but we'll talk about that team here in just a little bit.
Okay. Up next, another team from the north goes out to team 3683.
From Waterloo, Ontario, Canada, St. David Catholic Secondary School, it's Team Dave. 25 wins, only 9 losses. We're the finalists at the Waterloo Regional.
So seeing this team on the list would make several people happy, as they were a team that were just left out the top 25 2 separate times this season. It's not often that a team makes their debut for the final rankings of the year, but they put up a fight against the Powerhouse Alliance of 254 and 2056 at Waterloo. But the voters didn't let the fact that they haven't won a regional keep them off the list.
Team Dave is a definite up-and-comer in Canada and deserves this spot. They started the season on premiere night and debuted an incredibly functional machine. At GTR East, they won the Engineering Excellence Award and added a Creativity Award at Waterloo along with their finalist trophy. Their season continues at the championship event, where we wish them the best of luck.
Definitely. Great robot up there. I mean, when you can compete at that high level against, teams like that, it's just much to be proud of.
Absolutely.
No reason they're here. No reason why they're not here, I guess. All right, up next, our 23rd team is 4039, another Canadian team.
From Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, St. Mary Catholic Secondary School, it's Makeshift Robotics, 27-6 overall, and we're the winners at the New York City Regional. So Canadian trio at the bottom of the list is capped off by the most colorful team in first, Makeshift Robotics. The Waterloo Regional this year and others is largely considered one of the most competitive in all of FRC. Yet this year it was 4039 Makeshift Robotics that seeded first. We also saw them debut in the top 25 in Week 4 in the 10th spot.
They were able to hang around the top 25, dropping to 19th Week 5 before cementing their spot in the final rankings with a win in New York City this past weekend. At Waterloo, the team was able to see one of their lead mentors win the Woody Flowers Finalist Award, as well as pick up an Imagery Award. Aside from their regional banner, they also won the Entrepreneurship Award, which signifies this team is going to continue to grow and do great things. Congratulations, Makeshift. We'll see you in St. Louis.
So Mike proudly repped their shirt last week, 2 weeks ago?
I think right after Waterloo.
Yeah. It was so awesome. When we went up to Waterloo, they gave us a team shirt and a nice colorfully wrapped bag. Their team was super excited to have us there. We were excited to be there. They're just a great team.
Yeah, they are.
and we're very excited to follow them at championship and see what they're able to accomplish.
I mean, when you have branding like they do, just their I mean, they're just branding themselves so well, and they're sticking out amongst of a lot of good teams up there.
Hey,
so.
look, finally woke up.
Hey,
yeah, and like you can and they're a team that has fun, right? So many teams almost take themselves too seriously. Makeshift Robotics just is all about fun, and nothing is more fun than seeing a team like that really perform well and do great. So happy to see them get a win in New York City, and like I said, we'll follow them at championship and see what they can accomplish there.
Definitely. Okay, that was 40-39. Our 22nd ranked team is Team 233.
Team number 233 from Rockledge, Cocoa Beach, Florida. Rockledge, Cocoa Beach, Space Coast, and Vera High Schools. It's the pink team. 19-8 overall at the semifinals of the Chesapeake Regional.
All right.
So it was a superstition that kept the pink team from making a true release video, and after the hardships they faced this year, we might never see one again. However, take nothing away from 233. The results in the field show they have a great robot, but as FRC gets harder, and my goodness, is FRC hard. You need a little luck to win, and 233 just did not have the luck this year.
They did a tough call go against them in Orlando, which set the tone for their season, unfortunately. However, arguably one of the best teams in Florida, they built a quality robot that we're disappointed that won't be in St. Louis. They first make the top 25 in week 3 in the 15th spot and have hung around the bottom 5 since then. They finished the season with an Engineering Excellence Award in Chesapeake and will no doubt see them apply for IRI and hit the ground hard in 2015. That was sad. That was almost like a eulogy.
It was sad, and it's going to be weird. I mean, there's still an outside shot that they get in with a waitlist spot, but they're going to be so hard to come by. But it's going to be weird not seeing a pink robot. How are we going to get them their sticker?
I don't know.
Let them mail it to
Remember
them.
that happened to 217 as well.
You're right.
A couple years ago.
Yep.
So unfortunately it happened.
This gives me a chance to boost my own idea that there should be like 4 or 5 slots every championship that are like peer voted. All teams get to submit, 1 or 2 teams that they think deserve to be there, and then those teams get in.
Didn't make it.
I think it'd be kind of fun.
Maybe we should have that.
28, 26, and 233 would get my vote.
That'd be interesting, but very. I like that idea. Okay, I guess we could talk about it later, but like that. I mean, that's 5 spots. I mean, that's not. I mean, we talked about last week about, we think that first soon we'll have to, make some steps to how, just that first is growing so much and so greatly that they might have to take a look again at how teams get in a championship. So
I'm okay that it's biased. I don't care. It's 2 teams that the community thinks should be there. If it's biased, so be it. It's our teams. It's our FRC community that gets to vote 2 teams there. I think it would be fine. Yeah, it's biased. You guys trying to kill Chief.5. If only it were that easy.
I don't know. I guess I would like to know more from Ryan how it would be abused. His meaning or what he means by abused. Again, or like we talked about, or like a select few teams, like Hall of Fame teams get a vote each.
What the Hall of Fame teams vote. That's a great idea.
Something like that.
I'd go for that.
I don't know. Okay. Shall we?
I'm disappointed we haven't heard the soundboard yet. That's what I was looking at. Don't force it. Don't force it. Just remember it's there.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was a good one. So I agree. David, that the championship is supposed to be the best teams, but arguably, I think a lot of the best teams aren't making it to championship for various reasons. And I think that Wave Robotics and the Pink Team are both great teams that just haven't had enough luck to win, especially 233 with what happened in Orlando.
And championship already isn't all the best teams in first. I mean, we had this conversation
every year
last week or 2 weeks ago about the, EIs and chairmans necessarily aren't there aren't necessarily there because of their robot, so yeah,
maybe discussion for another time.
Sure. Okay, so Our 21st ranked team is Team 368.
From Honolulu, Hawaii, McKinley High School, it's Team Kikamana, 28-7 overall winners of the Hawaii Regional.
So, Hawaii is known for two great things. 1, world-class beaches. 2, world-class robotics program.
That's it.
That's it. This is another team that took 2013 off and came back resurgent in 2014. They've gone to the finals or won an event every year since 2007, and they somehow keep getting better. They debuted at 17 in Week 5 after their Hawaii Regional win and earned a spot in the final ranking with a finalist performance this past weekend at SVR.
At the Hawaii Regional, they were a perfect 18-0 and also added an Innovation and Control Award to their trophy case. SVR was tough, and 368 proved they were deserving of a top 25 vote after being bested by none other than 254 and Company. At SVR, they also added a second Innovation and Control Award, and this team from the Island State will be on everyone's radar in St. Louis, and we look forward to seeing what they will be able to accomplish.
So, Kikimana.
Team Kikamana.
So, my friend who just I think I've talked about him before, just moved to Hawaii, and his girlfriend came to come visit him, and they were posting all these pictures of of Hawaii. So it looks beautiful there. We should
go. All
We
right.
should. Sold.
You bought it.
Well, next year we'll both be graduated.
That was
We can
easy.
Work around it.
Yeah, right.
So that's awesome, man.
Maybe that's what we should do next year. Just a year of first. Wouldn't that be awesome? A true first documentary. You and I traveling the world,
awesome.
going to all these great places. Going to Hawaii and
Just
some of the places in the Pacific Northwest and find the
send a video crew with us.
yeah exactly the heart of first. Just a great first documentary by us,
man,
4
you're
teams.
You're just spinning my gears right now.
Yeah, I
man.
know.
That's awesome.
It's easy to get you going, though.
It is. So 368, I think that stat was awesome. They've gone to the finals or won an event every year since 2007, except last year when they took the year off. That's incredible. That's awesome. Okay. I think they like our idea too.
I don't know. They keep saying hat. I don't know what that means.
Hat. All right, our 20th ranked team is Team 1285.
From Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, Rick Hansen Secondary School, it's the Big Bang. 35 wins, 17 losses, winners at the GTR East Regional. So Rick Hansen, we've said Rick Hansen Secondary School on this show for quite a few weeks now, quite a few years if you count 1241, is a Canadian Paralympian. He has 3 gold medals, 2 silver, and a bronze medal for Canada. Team 1285 from the school that bears his name is already finding similar success with a gold and silver medal of their own. After competing and winning the GTR East Regional in Week 2, they made the top 25 in the 15th spot. They were able to hold their position until last week, where they just fell off the list.
However, they came back with vengeance this past weekend in Windsor, went to the finals in an extremely competitive event. They won an Industrial Design Award in Week 2 and looked to add more hardware in their first trip to the World Championship. So don't let their number confuse you. They are a rookie team. To be 20th on the final rankings is really impressive, and they've had an awesome year.
Yeah, so I think that I think it was awesome when they did the alliance selections. They were call me stupid, but the Big Bang and Theory 6 never clicked for me.
What do you mean?
Like the Big Bang Theory, the popular TV show, that whole
yeah.
thing. So when they finally were able to partner up with their sister team and they said they would like to form the Big Bang Theory Alliance, I was like, son of a gun.
I missed that too. All right, we dumb. But that's okay. So, okay. Libby's in. She's in. She wants us to do that.
I think Libby would be just about down for anything involving first.
For sure.
She's also our biggest supporter, so.
Could you...
What?
We'll have
we go.
to talk.
Oh, boy.
We'll have to talk later. Because I'm just... that would be so awesome.
Are you talking about the first documentary
I
thing?
am.
See, the amount of text messages that are about to be exchanged between Mike and I over the next few days is...
You brought it. You brought
I
this
did.
upon yourself.
It's over.
Fine, I won't text you. I'll stop bothering you.
No, you're not bothering me. All right, let's
go. Our 19th. I was trying to.
I just tried to help you out.
I was trying to find a soundboard sound. It didn't work. I was
Interesting
like,
is the best.
Should I do? Our 19th ranked team is Team 125.
From Boston, Massachusetts, Brookline, Boston Latin, and Revere High Schools, it's the NUTRONS. Listen, 54 match wins. 54, only 18 losses. Winners at Rhode Island, winners at Northeastern, winners at Pine Tree.
Wow. 54 match wins. And then they had 18 losses.
Yeah.
So we're at over 70 matches. That's incredible. I mean, that's like, by the time they get a championship, that's you've
They're going to
played
play
like
100 matches.
Oh,
It's crazy.
Awesome. As Justin just said, over 50 match wins are already in the 2014 season, the most decorated team in FRC up to this point in the season with 4 blue banners. Amazingly enough, they didn't make it out of the quarterfinals in their first event, but they've been on a tear since then. After Groton.
That was for you.
Groton. In week 2, they competed back-to-back in weeks 4, 5, and 6. Along the way, they picked up a district win in Excellence in Engineering Award, another district win, an Industrial Design Award, another district win, a District Chairman's Award.
To further showcase their robot's ability to play with anyone, each district win has been with different alliance partners. This versatility will prove deadly this weekend at the New England Championship and might even get them to Einstein in St. Louis. We'll be watching and cheering as this New England team moves forward this season.
That is incredible. So if they had won their first event, they'd have 5 blue banners.
Crazy. Which is, you just blew my mind.
Wow. District win, another district win.
So this
Read
season,
that again. So weeks 4, 5, and 6. District win, Excellence in Engineering Award, another district win, Industrial Design Award, another district win, and a District Chairman's Award.
Crazy.
Wow. Congratulations. That's awesome. So, sharing the island with Team 368. Up next, we have Team 359.
From Waialua, Hawaii. Waialua High School, it's the Hawaiian Kids. 44 wins, only 8 losses. Winners at Northern Lights, winners at Dallas, winners at Hawaii.
Yeah, buddy.
If 125 has played the most matches in FRC, nobody in the top 25 has logged more miles than the Hawaiian Kids. They started their season in Duluth, Minnesota at the Northern Lights Regional, where they went 14-2 to take the win. In doing so, they made the Week 2 top 25 in the 18th spot and traveled to Dallas the following week, where they also won and picked up an Engineering Excellence Award.
After leaving the States with 2 blue banners, the Hall of Fame team went back to Hawaii to compete in their home state for the first time this season. The result was the same as the first two, and 359 was able to win their 3rd event of the season as well as picking up the safety award. This team heads the championship event looking for their first trip to the division finals and a chance to go to Einstein. Good luck, 359.
So if there's a team that I would love to see kind of break through, it's 359. Their program is incredible. We've talked about it for weeks now. Robotics is a culture on the island in state of Hawaii, but especially in Waialua High School. 359 is huge into VEX, huge in FRC. They're splitting their team this year. Some of the kids are going to VEX Worlds. Some of their kids are going to FRC Worlds. They live and breathe robotics. However, they've never gone to the division finals in their history.
Wow.
So this is the year, and this is the team I would love to see break through that wall, get to the division finals, and have a chance to go to Einstein.
I mean, everybody just loves the Hawaiian Kids. I mean, I've never heard anything ever said bad about the Hawaiian Kids, and I agree. Like that, this would be the year. 3 regional wins, just to top it all off. I would love to see them do amazingly well at championship.
Crazy right now. Just thought I'd put that out there.
Did you know him? Is
No.
he from?
No, I have no idea.
All right. We shall watch.
We shall.
Okay. So, shall we continue?
Absolutely, we should.
Okay, our 17th ranked team is Team 987.
From Las Vegas, Nevada, Cimarron Memorial High School, it's the High Rollers.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe we did that.
What?
Keep going.
What happened there?
I don't know.
It's
Because
still
I got
there.
confused.
The High Rollers, 29-5 overall, with the winners of the Las Vegas Regional.
So 987 started the season by getting their championship qualification out of the way early by winning the Engineering Inspiration Award at the San Diego Regional. They also happened to be the regional finalists at the event, giving them a double medal to start the season and made the top 25 in week 2 in this number 7 spot. After that initial ranking, 987 has been a staple in the top 25 all season long. This team went into the Las Vegas Regional in week 6 with a high Expectations, they didn't disappoint.
Though it was 2485 to seeded first, it was 987 who was their first pick, and it was all over after that. They picked up the Woody Flowers Award for Jennifer Stensford, as we talked about earlier. She's huge into their grant writing. If you've seen 987's new facility there at Sim Memorial High School, they had Lowe's kind of re-outfit the whole place. It looks great. She leads their scouting, their Chairman's Award work, so we were very happy to see her win the Woody Flowers Award. Also, Mason Scott, student on their team, won the Dean List Award. He's their human player that made the incredible shot. So congratulations to Mason. Things are going well for the High Rollers right now. They're able to get the win in Las Vegas, and they're primed to make another run at the World Championship, and we wish them the best of luck.
Absolutely. Love this team. We get texts. Whenever we're competing, we get texts from Trent. Just like, hey, guys, cheering for you, watching you, all this kind of stuff. And we do the same with Trent. And just a great relationship we've built with him, and just feel like as the team as well, just because of that. So.
Yeah, we did a great remember how excited they were to do Behind the Bumpers in 2013?
Awesome.
They're a great team. And we're always happy to see them have success on and off the field. So we got one more team to cover here, and then we are ready for our first break.
Going to take a break. So the last team that rounds out so far is Team 1477.
From the Woodlands, Texas, Conroe Independent School District, it's the Texas Torque. 1911 overall with the finalists of the Lone Star Regional.
All right. So, you're up.
The first of our defending world champions on the top 25 tonight. Through their first event, the Dallas Regional didn't earn them a win. It did, however, earn them a banner and a gold medal for their Chairman's Award and double qualified them for the championship, having already qualified, being defending champs. We had to wait a few more weeks before seeing them again at the Texas State Championship, the Lone Star Regional, and they really showed that they have a great machine.
After seeding second, they picked up 624, and it was a patient wait for the epic finals of 118, 148, and 2585 versus 1477, 624, and 3997. If you haven't watched some of the matches, you should. They were some of the best of the year. 1477 picked up some momentum and an Industrial Design Award as they look again to the championship and defend their Einstein win. Good luck, 1477.
We've talked all season about, we've talked 610, we've talked 1241, we've talked about these teams. We've always kind of mentioned 1477, and here they are finally debuting in the last week, kind of when it matters most, and we'll see if they can help out or lead an alliance back to Einstein.
So they did play at Dallas, quarterfinalists. Yeah, that was awesome. Just seeing 118, 148 versus 1477, 624. Those are the four teams that practiced together the week prior. So it was kind of the finals we were all hoping for, and as we just said, it was quite awesome.
So they knew each other quite well going into
Absolutely.
Lone Star. So to just do a quick recap, I know there's some confusion in the chat. Number 25 was the Blizzard 188. Number 24 was Team Dave. Number 23 was 4039 Makeshift Robotics. 22 was 233 the Pink Team. 21 was Team 368 Kikamana. Number 20 went to Team 1285 the Big Bang. 19 went to 125 the Neutrons. 18 went to 359 the Hawaiian Kids. 17 987 the High Rollers. And 16 was 1477 the Texas Torque.
All right, so you can check out our website. You all right over there?
Yeah, I'm so good.
So you can check out our website. They have the results so far up on there. Thank you, Pat. Also, thank you, Pat. He really helped us out this week, as he does every week. Really just helping us out with the show as well.
Cheers.
Thanks, Pat. I have water.
You had one a Mountain Dew earlier.
It's gone.
So the first thing I want to talk about is our man Frank Merrick.
Yeah.
FRC director.
Yes. Extraordinaire.
Extraordinaire is right. And just listen to the honesty here. He opens his blog this weekend or today with, "Over the weekend, I made a bad call." He was contacted by the field at Silicon Valley Regional about Team 1323 Madtown Robotics regarding a backup coupon that they had turned in. There was some confusion whether Madtown had handed in a backup coupon or a timeout coupon. Come to find out, they handed in a backup coupon accidentally. There was some confusion on Frank's end as to what they handed in, what they intended to do, and he made the decision to pull 1323 off the field because as he understood it, they handed him the backup coupon, and after that, fixed their robot and wanted to play, even though they had already subbed themselves out.
Unintentionally.
Unintentionally, yes. So after all said and done, Frank has awarded Team 1323 a wildcard slot to the championship. So I think that's just a great move. It's great to see a guy in a position of authority in FRC taking responsibility like that.
It was, and I think you mentioned it. I think, with the phone call that took place, whatever, you don't know what pieces of information Frank got, what he heard. So I think this was a great way to remedy the situation. And he goes on to further say what they're changing, which I'm assuming changes probably might be even for district championships, if not championships in general. He didn't say like for the 2015 season or anything.
Nope, I can read it real quick.
Yeah, go.
So to prevent the confusion from happening again, they're going to change the backup coupon to require the alliance captain to enter the number of the team whose robot is going to be replaced and to the initial coupon. So from now on, instead of just handing in a backup alliance coupon, as you hand in the backup alliance coupon, you have to write down what team on your alliance you're intending to replace. Therefore, if you're writing something down, you could never mistake a backup coupon for a timeout. Also, teams will be asked to initial the coupon as well. Head referees will be instructed not to accept the coupon unless there's a team written down and the initials of the alliance captain are present. So I think that's a great change. That should avoid this in the future.
Yeah.
Excuse me. It's unfortunate that something, I guess, negative has to happen for changes like this to come about, but that's human nature, and it's awesome that he's willing to make that change and accept that responsibility. This is the kind of guy that the FRC community respects, and it's for reasons like this. So we're happy to have him there, and
there they are.
Can't thank him enough.
Game update is out, and it is updated that it is now in there.
Awesome.
So there you go. All right, so I think, just another example this season of how Frank is just such a I think, and I was just about to say that about Libby's point too. I think Frank has just done an excellent job. He's been to a ton of regionals and such and just asked for opinions. Like we mentioned a couple of weeks ago at Tech Valley, he went to each and every pit and asked, what can FIRST do better? And he asked that to students, and that's awesome. So to Libby's point, how could they have known it can be an issue? And I think that's exactly kind of it. And it kind of happens with build season too. Like, how could we have known that this was going to fail at this point, or this was going to do this at this point? And just it's trial and error. And unfortunately, sometimes some catastrophic things have to happen for changes to be made, and that happens in everything. And it's like. I mean, you could go deep with this, but I mean, it could happen with airline issues and all sorts of things. Sometimes it takes an unfortunate event for some things to happen.
Yeah, and I wasn't implying that that somebody at first should have recognized that, the timeout coupon and the backup coupon look very similar. My point in saying that was that when you're presented with a problem like that, you have two options. You can either ignore it and pretend it doesn't exist, or you can take responsibility and change it. So that's what I kind of wanted to highlight, is the fact that Frank recognized that there was an issue and instantly, days later, took actions to correct it. And that's what you want to see out of the FRC director.
Because there was multiple breakdowns when that happened. I mean, it started with 1323 accidentally grabbing the wrong coupon. It happened to the miscommunication between the head ref and 1323. So there was a couple different things there. So you wouldn't expect this to happen because it would take one team to rip or hand in the right one, and it would take the head ref to communicate, and the teams to communicate that this would happen. So I think it is great, and I think this is such a minor change that will prevent something like this from happening in the future. So I think that's great, and I'm looking forward to anything else that comes up and how Frank will handle it, because I think Frank is just doing an excellent job with the FRC. So another topic right here, maybe we'll hold off this question for next. We got a question from Anthony about the role of defense at district championships. I think you've kind of seen, I guess I'll just comment it now because it's probably a quick comment. I think you've seen the defense we'll see. I don't think you'll see anything drastically different at district championships or championships. concerning defense. I think we've kind of seen all aspects of it, seen how it's played out, and all of that. So that's all I have to say. Also, we've gotten a couple questions here and there via different sources about if we will be doing any behind the bumpers, behind the glass, anything like that at championship. And the answer right now is potentially. Since our team did not qualify last year, Justin and I had a ton of free time. We had all day to do kind of whatever. This year our team did qualify, and Justin is coach, and I help with scouting here and there. So we just don't know exactly how much we're going to be able to do at that. Like last year we had a whole sign-up sheet and all of this. We're just not sure yet. So stay tuned, and we'll see what we can do and what will happen.
Yeah, I have to look over the FRC schedule again and try to plan out very carefully our times of when we have to be at certain places and when.
Mm-hmm.
Like we want to do a people get together at some point. We're going to just hang out for 30 minutes, meet people that we normally wouldn't have a chance to meet any other way. So you definitely want to plan that. But I know there's a lot of teams that would like to do behind the bumpers. And then a few teams have already talked to us about trying to do a behind the glass segment. So if you're interested in that, please continue to send us an email about that. Make sure you remind us because sometimes stuff gets lost in the shuffle, especially as we prepare for championship ourselves. And we'll just do the best we can. That's about the best I can say.
Well, I mean, we'll try to email back obviously, but nothing may happen right away. Like we might. I don't know if it'll turn into almost like an appointment. Like we have these times available. We have like from like Friday. We have from pits open to whatever. We might almost set up an appointment with you because last year is kind of just you were interested. We'll see what time we can come by. It might work better just to have appointments or something like that. I don't know.
It's just killing me right now.
Somebody tell somebody else.
5 minutes. It's been like that. All right. So I'm just going to give the chat a couple minutes. Boy, if I could stop coughing, I'd be so happy. Just to ask some questions if you want to. While I try to not die.
Please don't.
It'd be a good way to go out.
What, here on the show?
Yeah, right now.
All right.
With
So
all of our
we
fans.
do. We got a tweet from Dylan on 1806. Is there such a thing as too many shooters on an alliance or at a competition?
Is there such thing as too many shooters in an alliance or at a competition? I don't think you can have too many shooters. I think that actually one of the strongest alliances that you can have is a team that's very versatile, almost unpredictable. If you have a lot of teams that are shooters and are good, a lot of shooters, I'm assuming you mean high goal shooters, can be great trust tossers. So if you can kind of be unpredictable to your alliance, even halfway through the match, switching up your strategy and having someone else do the high goal and someone do the trust toss can really do a great job of throwing off defense. So no, I don't think you can have too many shooters on an alliance.
No, I just think, unfortunately something happens or the ball gets stuck or, you just, yeah, so I agree. I don't think so. We are...
Yes.
Yay. We are going to do district previews, which are coming up in just a few minutes. Next Tuesday, we're going to do our normal time slot. We're going to do district championship recaps. And then we're assuming that divisions won't be out by then. We are going to do a separate division preview show, which we think maybe next Friday or sometime. It all depends on when they come out. So stay tuned. We will be definitely having a show next Tuesday at 9 o'clock, and then another one at some point after that as well.
I just want to set the record straight. This is Mountain Dew. I understand that's a glass bottle and that carries certain connotations, but it should be known.
Neither one of us drink.
Yeah, it should be known that I don't drink, and Mike doesn't drink and haven't in our entire life, so that should not be a concern ever. Thank you, though.
There you go.
There you go. So you ready to do some...
let's move. You want to move on?
I'm ready to move on.
Let's do it.
Hey, did we miss any chat questions? It's not Rolling Rock. That's funny. It's not. I'm not going to touch that one. That
Oh,
one's
wait, I got
done.
it.
You have what? Oh, that's good. I drink water. Should have been more clear. Bing.
I think we're good. It's actually pretty relaxing right now. What are you looking up?
So it is. So it's called. So that song actually is called "Think," and it was a really cool stat that I read about it at one point, and I'm not going to be able to find it quick enough.
Hey, scroll all the way up. That's something about Merv Griffin's show.
So his wife actually wrote the intro theme.
Huh.
I just think it's cool that it's called "Think."
Think. Because that's what they do during that time.
So the best known theme song in Jeopardy is "Think," originally composed by Merv Griffin, who started Jeopardy, and is evidence in and the evidence on Seinfeld is the Merv Griffin Show. Under the title "A Time for Tony" is a lullaby for his son. "Think" has always been used for the 30-second period of Final Jeopardy in which contestants write down their answers. It's become so popular, used in many different contexts, from sporting events to weddings. Griffin estimates that "Think" has earned him royalties of over $70 million in his lifetime. Crazy. You learn everything on FRCTop25.
Everything. All right. Are you ready?
What are we doing next?
Shall we? We'll keep going.
Yeah.
Number
Previews?
15?
No,
Previews.
Do we do previews?
Sure. All right. Go ahead.
All right, we're going to start with Mar Champs.
What's this link?
That's just to the team list. The Mid-Atlantic region has been in the district model for 3 years now, and the quality of teams has been impressive. Let's not forget that Mort went all the way to Hawaii, picked up the Chairman's Award. Let's not forget that 25 Raider Robotics went to Einstein in 2012. They won, by the way. Let's not forget 303, the test team, went to Einstein in 2013. Team 341 is a Hall of Fame team inducted in 2010, also competing in MAR. MAR teams are good, they play hard and smart, and the teams that come out of MAR will be instant favorites to win the World Championship in 2 weeks.
Some picks might be obvious. 2590, Nemesis, who have won a district event and a district chairman's award. Another might be 1218, who have won over 30 matches this year and are looking for a catalyzing event that could send them to Einstein for the first time since 2004. And in 1923, 225, 1676, among others, and you get a MAR championship event that will produce some incredible matches and highlight some unstoppable robots. MAR did something unique this year and gave all teams the week before championship off. Expect everyone to be chomping at the bit to get ready to get back on the field.
So MAR, like I said, MAR's been in districts for 3 years now. Michigan's been in district for more than that. Pacific Northwest joined this year, also New England. Having this separate week just for these championship events is going to be awesome. I'm looking forward now that there's 4 of them instead of just MAR and First in Michigan. And the MAR Champs is just going to be a really exciting event. And I'm looking forward to following that and watching that and see who comes out.
Yeah. All right, up next, the Pacific Northwest. If there's an underrated region in FRC, it might just be the Pacific Northwest. Perhaps, however, the teams up there like it that way. Nobody likes walking around with a target on their back. However, when the dust settles this weekend at the Autodesk Pacific Northwest Championship, there will be at least 3 teams that will have nowhere to hide.
488 XBot has a win under their belts already, and perhaps nobody wants to win this inaugural championship as bad as them. They'll most likely have to get through 1983 to get there, however, as the Skunkworks team would love to hang a banner for this event at their shop.
Last year, 2471, the Mean Machine won 2 regionals and then won a district event earlier this year and could end up winning the whole thing.
Other teams like 1540, the Flaming Chickens, 360, 2046, Bare Metal, and 2252 will all be heard from before it's all said and done, and the winners here will be some of the first teams to look for when divisions come out for World Championships. Moving to New England. Another one of the new district championships this year, the competition at Boston promises to be outstanding. It's not possible to beat the history that is found in the wicked New England region. New England has as many three-digit teams as it does four. While Michigan may have the best competitive history, New England is no skate in the park.
Sorry. 54 teams have registered to attend this event, and there are currently 5 rookies in that field. Many of these teams have competed with one another at some point this season, so expect everyone to have some familiar faces on the other side of the field. If things go their way, or if some of the favorites run into some issues, be on the lookout for the likes of 2067, 4908, 4909, and 5112 to be making a run for the championship bid.
In addition to the sleepers, they're always the favorites. 177 with their impressive record of Einstein. With their impressive record of Einstein appearances has racked up quite the qualification points. 5019 isn't too far behind and promises to be a force to be reckoned with. Expect some of the most exciting elimination matches to come out of New England.
All right. And last but not least, the First in Michigan Championship. MSC is just as jam-packed with talent as it is every year. All of the top teams at MSC tend to accept their invites to this event and always make sure to put on a good show for all of us at home. Michigan has really embraced First, and once again, Public TV in Michigan will be covering the event. Heard that the TV crew even went out to an event last week to get a feel for the game and figure out how to set up their cameras. That is a lot of dedication. And just like a lot of dedication and smart. Like, that's awesome. They want to put on the best show. With the updated point system across districts this year, Michigan will see 7 rookie teams attending this year. 4988, 5053, 5084, 5114, 5162, 5193, and 5231. This is going to be an awesome opportunity this year for these teams. And don't be surprised if one of them gets picked up by one of these veteran teams or is even able to captain their own alliance.
Of course, the top of the table is stacked with favorites as always, but don't rule out teams like 1918, 910, and 4967. If a couple of bounces can go their way, you might see these teams near the top of the standings come Saturday. Bottom line is Michigan State champs will feature some of the best matches of the year, and it'll be a lot of fun to watch for everyone who's a fan of our sport.
Sport. Chosen word there. Okay, so those are the 4 district championship previews. That'll be nice about this weekend. There's only 4 events to watch, not like 15.
Yeah,
keep track of. So definitely check that out. Check it out. So moving on, I guess we'll just keep going here with our 15th ranked team. We have team number 1678.
From Davis, California, Davis Senior High School, it's the Citrus Circuits. 50, count them, 50 match wins, only 4 losses, winners at Inland Empire, winners at Sacramento.
Got a nice little picture up there for you. Thanks, Pat. I can't do it. There we go. Okay. So a theme this year has been team that are solid in their regions really burst onto the world stage with an incredible machine, and 1678 is a perfect example of that. It was at the Inland Empire Regional Week 1 where we saw 1678 and 399 compete 2 perfect cycles and really show everyone what this game can be at its highest level. Winning the event and picking up a creativity award at Inland Empire. They made the top 25 that first week and have earned a spot each week since.
We saw the Citrus Circuits again in Sacramento a couple weeks later, and the result was the same. A great drive team and strategy put 1678 in the winner's circle again, and this time the judges felt they deserved an Engineering Excellence Award, and anyone who's paying attention would agree. At SVR this past weekend, 1678 added an Industrial Design Award, giving them 3 different robot awards in the same year.
Wow.
They were also finalists at the event to cap off an incredible regional season. They head to St. Louis with a ton of confidence, ton of momentum, and they look to return to Einstein for the 2nd straight year.
There they are again. So the chat's kind of blown up that they shouldn't be any higher. They had over 1,000 assist points at SVR last weekend.
Wow.
So that is 1678, the Citrus Circuits. Picture's nice. Cool. Our 14th ranked team is team 469.
From Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, International Academy, it's Las Gurias. 40, 11, and 1 overall, the winners of the Howell District event.
So 469 is the only top 25 team with a tie on their record this year. Competing in Michigan is never an easy task, and the Gurias managed to walk away winners once and semifinalists twice, and also picked up an Innovation and Control Award. Let's also not forget why they are the 2013 World Finalists.
The Gorillas walked onto the field at Howell District event knowing that everyone would be expecting them to back up their trip to Einstein from last year. But it certainly appeared that the Gorillas had different plans in their mind. They wanted to finish better than that, and they performed to that level at Howell, seeding second and joining the first seed of 67 in elimination rounds. They went on to win that event in just 6 matches. 2 weeks later at Waterford, they took the field looking for another event win. While they weren't able to align the stars quite right at Waterford or Troy, finishing as semifinalists at both, expect 469 to roll into MSC, looking for another win on their impressive record.
All right. Up next, our 13th ranked team is 1241.
From Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, Rick Hansen Secondary School, it's Theory 6. 46 wins, 26 losses. Finalists at GTR East, finalists at Waterloo, and finalists at Windsor.
So, Theory 6. It just seems that they managed to defy logic this year. They came out onto the field and backed up the World Championship at their first event, going deep in eliminations. Most people would assume that adding a second team at your school would stress your resources and affect the performance of both teams, but this did not occur with the Big Bang Theory, as these two fed off each other. They feed off each other's energy and were a scary force when they allied together.
Theory 6 attended 4 Canadian events this year, never walking away worse than semifinalists. Their first event out the door, GTR West, saw them make their earliest eliminations exit. At GTR East, Waterloo, and Windsor Essex, they continue to build upon their program, adding 3 more regional finalist awards. That's 3 more medals. The only thing missing from their record is a regional win, and I think we can all agree another world championship would definitely cover up that blemish.
Very cool. Our 12th ranked team is Team 610.
From Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Crescent School, it's the Coyotes. 30 wins, only 7 losses. Winners at GTR West and North Bay Regionals.
So 610 makes it 3 for 3 for defending world champions, making the final top 25 of the season. And it's scary to think how competitive all 3 teams are again. The story for 610 in 2014 begins week 1 at the GTR West event that they hosted. Hosting an event is special, and I'm sure they made the victory a little sweeter. 610 won the event, as well as earning a quality award and a Woody Flowers finalist award. About a month later, they took the field at the North Bay Regional.
If what's past is prologue, it should have been no surprise to see 610 in the finals again at North Bay. This time, they allied with 188, the team they beat at GTR West, and earned another banner for the Crescent School as well as an Engineering Excellence Award. They've made the finals at every event they've attended since the 2010 Waterloo Regional and have enjoyed a great 2014 season. Very few teams have successfully defended a world championship, but 610 is certainly good enough to give it a try and reverse that trend. We wish them the best of luck at the championship event.
That's an incredible stat. Let me find it again. They have made the finals at every event since 2010 Waterloo Regional.
Crazy.
It's really awesome. I mean, that's a silver medal at every
Yeah. It's a lot
does that
of
include
medals.
championships? Probably not, right? They weren't.
No, at every regional.
Oh, I see. Excuse me. Cool. All right. All right, so our 11th ranked team is Team 624.
Sorry, I'm not prepared.
You're good.
From Katy, Texas, Cinco Ranch High School, it's Kryptonite. 35-9 overall. Winners at the LMO Regional.
So, are you up? Yeah, you're up.
So Texas this year is showing us again why that region could arguably the best FRC region in the world, exemplified by the growth and quality of the 624 machine. They hit the ground running and began piecing together a great season week 1 at the Alamo Regional. They went 16-0, seeded first, won the event, won the Chairman's Award and the Imagery Award. If that doesn't give you a ton of confidence, debuting at number 3 on the week 1 top 25 just might.
So another banner certainly looked like it was heading 624's way in Orlando, but a tough call got in their way. But if you think that was going to bring them down, think again. They are prepped and ready for championship after going toe-to-toe with 118 and 148 in the finals at Lone Star Regional. Though they didn't win, the matches proved it could have gone either way. Lone Star finalists added to their trophy case a Dean's List winner, a safety award, and an Innovation and Control award. We certainly expect big things from the team out of Katy, Texas and St. Louis, Missouri. Wow. They have was that all at the same event? Dean's List, Safety Award, Innovation Control Award, and finalists at Lone Star?
I think that was all at Lone Star, yeah.
Man, they were quite popular in the awards ceremony down there.
Yeah. Dean's List, finalists, safety, innovation, and control.
Awesome. See, when a team is that successful and a safety award winner, and I mean, it's just like shows you again how well rounded some of these teams are.
Yeah,
Just
they've got the whole package for sure. Add a chairman's award to that earlier in the year.
Wow, what a season for Kryptonite.
Hey, look at that. It's Heather, driver extraordinaire from 2056.
Unless she's bopping us.
I don't think so. She's a really nice lady.
She's a really nice lady. All right, our 10th ranked team is Team 971.
Boom, 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 boom. From Mountain View, California, Mountain View High School, it's Spartan Robotics, 35-0. Winners of the Sacramento Regional, winners at Silicon Valley.
So, you're up. Go ahead.
Oh, my mistake.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. No one in first this year has a better win percentage than 971. It's simply not possible going undefeated into the championship event, going undefeated into the championship event is no small feat in and of itself, but somehow 971 managed to do that, competing against some of the best teams in the world, and has racked up 2 regional wins in the process.
971 opened the season at the Sacramento Regional and showed that they had it all from the start. They scored 71 points in their first match and never looked back, save one foul-ridden match. Silicon Valley was much of the same story. They built upon lessons learned at Sacramento and never scored less than 100 points in qualifications.
So we talked about it last week. Going into the championship event, it's always exciting when there's a team that's undefeated going into the event, and 35-0 undefeated going into championships.
Incredible.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, to the likes of 1986 did that. Did 1986 and another team both go undefeated into
I don't
championship
remember.
a couple of years ago or last year? I don't know. We're getting old. We don't remember everything as much. Okay.
So just to be clear, we're in the top 10
Yes.
of the
Put
final,
this in perspective.
the final top 25 of the season.
Welcome to the finals.
These teams, arguably the best at aerial assist.
Yeah.
When that division list comes out, it's always the first thing I do is start scanning. Okay, where did 67 end up? Where did 971 end up? Where did 1114 end up? Starting putting together the puzzle of the championship event starts when you see divisions, and these are some of the teams we're going to look for first. I'll read it again in case you're just joining us.
Yes, go for it.
These teams get a coveted FRCTop25 robot sticker.
Coveted.
So coveted. Also, they get on the shirt.
They do.
Our spread shirt, FRCTop25 2014 final shirt. All 25 teams will be listed on the back. There's these stakes are high right now.
Very high.
Stakes are high.
Super high. So.
Karthik was like, was that my voice?
May have been.
Maybe.
Karthik, I knew it. Karthik just listened to himself. He
The timing couldn't have been
I know.
better.
So, Karthik, we made a soundboard, and you may be on it.
Because
we love that.
He's
That's
it's iconic.
That welcome to the finals is so.
Go ahead, play it again.
Okay, we'll play it again.
Welcome to the finals.
If that doesn't get you excited.
It's the best. You love it.
All right, so
So-
we're going to continue
Yes, we are.
into the top 10 with the 9th ranked team.
Our 9th ranked team.
Yep.
Correct? Our 9th ranked team is team number 16.
From Mountain Home, Arkansas, Mountain Home High School, it's the Bomb Squad. 34 wins, only 4 losses. Winners, the Arkansas Regional. Winners of the Queen City Regional.
You're up.
Another impressive season is in the books for 16. 16 is just one of those teams in first that just gets it. On the field, off the field, set a precedent that all teams should strive for and to be emulated by.
16 opened the season at their home and at the Arkansas Regional. Even though we had seen a sneak peek of the robot on premiere night, I think everyone was looking to see what that robot on the field and see what it could actually do. And 16 didn't disappoint, breezing their way through quals and seeding first. They went on to win the event. Not everyone agreed with the call in the finals match 3 and 2, but 16 didn't let that get to them and took the field 3 weeks later at Queen City in Ohio. ready again to show what they could do. They're able to repeat as winners at Queen City, showing everyone just what the bomb swerve is capable of.
Through the season, Team 16 was able to rack up a Woody Flowers Finalist Award for Drive Coach, an all-around awesome guy, Brandon Paget, Dean's List for Courtney Crawford, 2 Excellence in Engineering Awards. They've been as high as 6 on the top 25 this season. Ending the season in the top 10 makes 16 an obvious threat in St. Louis.
Absolutely. We love the Bomb Squad.
Who doesn't?
We just got an email, actually, from the Bomb Squad that they would like to do a Behind the Bumpers or Behind the Glass with us.
Brandon coaching is pretty thrilling.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we would love to set up a Behind the Bumpers with one of our favorite teams in all of FRC, Hall of Fame team, the Bomb Squad.
The Bomb Squad. All right. Again, if you have anything you'd like us to discuss at our next break, which would be in a few teams coming up here, send us an email, and we would love to talk about it. There's our email right there.
You're Johnny on the spot tonight with those overlays.
You're what?
I said you're Johnny on the spot with those overlays
Trying,
tonight.
man.
You're doing great.
We're trying. Okay, up next, our 8th-ranked team is Team 1986.
From Lee Summit, Missouri, Lee Summit West High School, it's Team Titanium. 32 wins, 5 losses, winners at Central Illinois, and winners at Greater Kansas City.
There we are. So there's Team 1986, another team that is no stranger ending the season in the top 25. Titanium is still on the list for the 6th time this year, managing to never be lower than 7th. We saw their robot early on premiere night, and 1986 never looked back from there.
So there seems to be a correlation developing between participating in premiere night and being on the top 25.
That's true.
I'm just going to throw that out there.
Oh.
1986 took the field for the first time at Central Illinois and showed everyone what they were capable of, clearing house, taking home double gold, chairman's and regional winners. On the field again at Greater Kansas City, they improved their record, giving up 1 less loss to go 16-2 and plowed their way into the finals. They gave up 1 loss in the finals but still walked away with the regional win. To tack on an already impressive resume, they added Dean's List finalist for Cameron Lurch and an Innovation in Control Award.
Love this team too, man. This team is just never, up until this point, never were lower than 7th. So for the season, they're never lower than 8th. Finished the season number 8, and we look forward to handing them their sticker at championship and can't wait to see it on their robot. Uh-oh. Premiere night. I'm going to tell you before he types it. Premiere night participation, ... being on the top 25. There it is.
Wow, look at that. Prognostication.
Not for everybody. I don't
So
know.
do you have a picture of Titanium?
I already put it up.
Can I see it again?
Yes.
So I just love the look of that robot.
Yeah,
it is so – and we talk about it all the time. But I think it's worth mentioning again. Take the bumpers off, put it in a robot lineup of 100 teams and say, find the Team Titanium robot. You'd be able to find that one. It's well designed. It's super functional. It's elegant. It's green. It's a Titanium robot.
There's a lot of teams like we talked about before. Like even in our regional, like if you could line up teams that are from our area, you're like that's a 1126 robot.
Yeah.
You know, like we feel for recently like you can almost identify them with our robots as well.
Yeah. Also, mechanisms on intake, the only allowable use.
You just said.
I think that's the right way to do it.
Mechanisms?
Yeah, I think that's the right way
You
to
say
say it.
mechanisms? I thought we said mechanisms. You've been listening to rock. What? We need to have this discussion eventually.
Mechanism, however you say it.
Yes,
it works well on their intake.
I've seen it at the couple regionals that we've been to. It's really cool. Yeah, we just come up with a different word. All right, 2 more teams, then we're going to take a break. We have a special segment to show you. We're really excited about it. So our 7th-ranked team is team number 67.
From Milford, Michigan, Huron Valley Schools is the hot team. 49 wins, 7 losses, winners at the Howell District and winners at the Lansing District event.
Europe.
The hot team began their 2014 season just how you'd expect, with gold medals around their neck and a beautifully designed robot. They won Howell and picked up the Industrial Design Award, which in my mind, I always equate to 67. Might be because it's sponsored by General Motors, but when I hear industrial design, I think 67.
Absolutely.
They went from Howell to Waterford, where they weren't able to win, but they added another FRC medal to their impressive history, as well as an Engineering Excellence Award.
Before they compete this weekend at MSC, they stopped by Lansing to ensure they were firing on all cylinders. Is that an engine joke? Heading heading into the state championship. 67 only saw one loss all weekend and were able to secure victory in just 6 elimination matches. They were awarded the Innovation and Control Award as well and will look for that coveted MSC banner as a stepping stone to potentially another world championship. Good luck, 67. We'll be watching you. Oh, I see you. What? What are you laughing at?
He's funny. Anthony goes, watch them win creativity at Champs. Yeah. Can you put up 67's robot picture?
I
again?
did.
I know.
Again?
I want to see it too. I don't get a chance.
You do.
Look how cool that is. Look how uncreative it is. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's a great machine. It's very the double-sided swinging intake is very 233-esque. It's just the design of their robots, and I hope that Adam Freeman decides to do his first technical or the hot technical notebook that he's done in the past that he really did in 2012. I don't know if he did it last year, but it really kind of gets deep into the design and the strategy decision making of how they go about building their robots. They're just so inspirational to me, and I can't wait to see how they perform at the World Championship.
Yeah.
But before that, MSC this weekend.
Absolutely. All right, our final team before the break. Our 6th ranked team for the entire 2014 aerial assist season goes out to team number 148.
From Greenville, Texas, Greenville High School, it's the Robo Wranglers. 45 wins, 7 losses, winners at Dallas and winners at Lone Star. So damn, it feels good to be a Wrangler. Starting the season at Alamo didn't go quite like they planned. However, starting the season with a finalist medal is nothing to scoff at. However, the storyline that surprises no one is what 148 has accomplished since then. The Robo Wranglers brought Vader to Dallas, and it was like watching a team possess. They dominated the event, winning all 18 matches and adding my favorite award, the Quality Award.
148 used their Dallas win to peak at the 5th spot in top 25, and cementing their place in the final rankings was accomplished this past weekend as they were able to team up with their friends from Houston and claim yet another blue banner. 148 is 33-2 after their week 1 performance. Again, 33-2 after their week 1 performance. And 148 certainly won't be a Darth horse at the World Championship as they're trying to bring the dark side to Einstein for the 2nd straight year. That was a pun by your one and only Pat Flynn.
Oh, I thought that was you.
It was Pat Flynn. When he was typing that in earlier this week, he's like, don't blow it. Don't mess it up. So that is 148, the Robo Wranglers, number 6 ranked team. Congratulations.
Yeah, they were, like I mentioned, they were kind of, I don't want to say bummed, but they were motivated after week 1 didn't go so well. They've been on a tear since then, Mike mentioned, 33-2. This is certainly a team that's poised to make it to return back to Einstein. The robot is the epitome of simplicity and iteration, and it's a gorgeous machine.
Watching them play at Lone Star was absolutely incredible. Just from, not that they had a bad, not the robot wasn't good week with their first regional, but the way that those Toro sticks just get that ball in and it's immediately controlled. It doesn't bounce around whatsoever. So for that kind of intake to have that much control, and then whatever they do to settle it in is absolutely awesome. The running shot, the shot from anywhere in that zone is just, it's awesome. So I just love watching them play and can't wait to watch them again. Can't wait to check out their robot.
So 148 after week 1, and then the robot you see now
The
is what happens when you give JVN and company, 6 more weeks to iterate and fine tune.
And when people finally start beating 2048, they just
It was 2048, right?
That's
probably what happened. That's
they all
exactly
won.
what
they
happened.
played so much that they finally won. They could get
So
some work done.
week 1, you can blame on the game 2048, the iPad / or the iPhone / Android game.
The mobile game.
That's just taken over the world. So 148 finally beats 2048, and then they go ahead and beat everyone else.
So while we're in that vein of that game, I was in the hospital today for clinical.
He's fine.
I'm
for
fine.
clinical.
I was watching a procedure in a patient's room in the emergency department. And this other doctor comes in to check on the other doctors that were performing the procedure. In his hand, he has 2048 up, like he was just playing it in the hallway, walking or something. So I was like, man, this game is addictive.
It's everywhere.
It's infested.
So Mr. Lim just asked, how many of last year's top 25 would you expect to be on this year's? I believe the numbers are, I think it's 13.
Out of the 25?
13 of last year's top 25 are on the top 25 this year. So it's pretty cool.
That's awesome. And then, I don't know, like what we mentioned earlier, I don't know what the stat is of teams that participate in Premiere Night that are on the top 25, but it sounds like a Pat Flynn project.
Just keep pushing more on Pat.
Oh, yeah.
Flynn.
Pat,
That's
take
the-
this one, too. Put it in your book bag. Make it get heavier. So, we first off want to say thank you to Daniel Erst for the use of his photos that we're using on the show tonight. So thank you, Daniel. Appreciate that. So here's a question that came in from Seth. Thank you, Seth. Do you think an alliance on Einstein could win with anything less than 3 assist cycles?
3 assist cycles? No. I think 3 assist cycles. Interesting. I think 3 assist cycles are the key.
Yeah.
I don't think I think you can. I think you could win on Einstein without a trust shot or a high goal shot. So if you just did 3 cycles low goal and could do that super fast, which I've seen a ton of teams do really, really fast, I think that could be competitive.
See, I think that's cool because the key, like, some teams do not miss from the low goal spot, like right in front. So if you can get your finisher team, like a 148, like a 254, that has to get to that position anyway to put it in the low goal, to just shoot it high. Like, I think, that's even better.
But my only concern is that on Einstein, right? So you have 2 world-class finishers, okay? If one of those teams misses, right? If red misses,
it's just
blue's not going to miss,
right?
Most likely. So you're at a huge disadvantage at that point. So I think that a 3 assist low goal, super, super quick, could be a viable strategy. Am I saying that will win? No. The question is, could it win? I think it could.
So, yeah, I mean, you're looking at 31 to 40 points, so, yeah. I think that's what's great. I think it depends on what you got, what the strategy is of the other team that comes out, how they're executing their strategy, and how you execute yours, obviously,
So remember when we were talking about the hot team?
Yes.
And I was like, hey, I really hope that Adam Freeman released the hot team's tech notes like they did in 2012.
Yeah.
He already did. So I'm going to throw this. Ooh, I can't. I could, but I won't.
What?
I was going to copy and paste that, but I'm on different computers.
I can do it. Or I might even be able to pull it up.
It's not that important.
Okay.
So if you go to Chief Delphi, it's already there. It just does a great breakdown of all their decision making. A really great look into their design. So if you haven't taken a look at it yet, give it a look.
All right.
It's so good. It's crashing my computer.
It's just that great.
Just that good. So want to talk about this a little bit?
Yeah. So we got an email. Let me find it now. From Wheel Schmitzsterson, who is with FTC Team 7172. The FTC Team 7172 technical difficulties. So they. So let me read this real quick. So they created a video for us to show. They are hosting a popularity contest for all first teams.
Is it called FRCTop25?
And they're open. Popularity contest for all first teams, including FRC. And they think that we might be interested. So here's their video. We're going to show it, and it's kind of cool. Take a watch, and then we'll kind of talk about it a little bit at the end. They're hosting a little popularity contest for teams. So let me find it. Oh, I lost it. Oh, I got it. All right, so we'll be back in. This is only about a minute long, so here you go.
We connect, we motivate, we inspire. We are technical difficulties. For Minibots, we created a robot that can make any 2D drawing a reality. Through programming with vectors, Our robot goes through an elaborate series of connect the dots to draw any design we plug into it. Happy birthday, First. You've made it a quarter of a century, still inspiring and recognizing youths interested in science and technology. And this, robot's design of your logo, is our way of saying thanks.
With all, we want to thank the community and host a contest of our own. Our plotter bot will draw the best first team logos. To enter our contest, comment below, mentioning the team number of your choice. The top 3 teams will be notified by May the 4th. Do not forget to like and share this video. It helps us out a lot.
So there it is.
So that's really cool.
Isn't that awesome? So the link to the video, I think I can post it. Let me check. So the link to that video, let's see if they let us. No. So if you check, if you go to YouTube and check out, just type in FTC Minibot Challenge. Let me see if I can copy this at least. Let's try this.
So while you're doing that, I'm going to throw out my top 3 FRC team logos that I would like to see drawn. Number 1, Team 1114 Symbotics.
Done.
Number 2, Team 33 the Killer Bees. And number 3, Team 148 the Robo Wranglers.
There you go.
I think those
That's
3
your
would
pick.
be awesome.
So I just posted in, Pat just posted in the homepage comment, but the one below his, FTC Minibot Challenge, Plotterbot, that just type that in YouTube. I know 1114 is taking notes right now as I'm saying this so they can remember. Type that in, and you can find the video. So thank you to 7172 Technical Difficulties for contacting us. We really appreciate and really I'm curious to how you found our show. And but we're glad you're here. And we've talked about before, it'd be kind of cool to do a little Lego League or FTC segment or something like that.
Or Vex segment.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
So
The FLL Top 25. Top 25 in the FLL would be like the top 0.00001% of all teams.
Yeah.
This is like 10,000.
Yeah. Be cool. Like you probably get teams from all over the world, though.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
more so than we do now.
So before we head into our top 5 here, our monstrous spreadsheet of all of our votes is loading. Thank you all. We had almost 200 voters this week, the most we've had in a while. So thank you for that. Before we do the top 5, I'd like to cover the 5 teams that just missed the list this week. The 40 are the 26th ranked team, 4476. The 27th ranked team, 1718. The 28th ranked team, 1717. The 29th ranked team, 2337. And the 30th ranked team, 2590.
There you have it.
So those are the 5 teams that just missed the list.
Could you say them again?
What's that?
Could you say them again?
You're asking for a lot here, man. I'm just kidding. 26 is 4476. 27, 1718. 28, 1717. 29, 2337. And 30, 2590.
As always, you can, if you're interested of where your team ended up for this season, you can feel free to email us, and we will definitely get that out to you. How many votes you got, and what place you guys ended it. Okay. All right.
Ooh, that dead air was good.
Oh, it's awesome. Cool. All right.
Do we have our Vex Pro prize pack winner?
We do. We have our Vex Pro prize pack winner, and it is.
Oh, you got a drum roll.
I
You
got
don't
it.
have to fake it.
Goes out to James B. from Team 3467. If you are listening, you can send us an email, but if not, I will send you a private message on the Chief Delphi machine. That dark, dark place.
3467, though. Wyndham Windup.
There it is. So thank you for your vote, James, and congratulations. Okie doke. Are we ready?
I'm ready for the final 5 teams
All right.
for the 2014 season.
Let me get all set up here. Our 5th ranked team is team number 33.
From Auburn Hills, Michigan, Notre Dame Preparatory School, it's the Killer Bees. 45-8 overall. Winners of the Southfield District and Troy District events.
So as far as you might want to, you can watch. Look at the robot now before you miss it. Like,
Oh, I've seen that one numerous times.
as far as robotics programs go, killer couldn't be used more appropriately than to describe this team from Auburn Hills. It was all the way back in week 1 in Southfield, where we saw 33 play this game incredibly well, swarming all around the field. This is full of puns. Each shot going through the high goal stung the opposing alliance, and the victory they ensued was sweet like honey. I can't handle this right now. How many more bee puns can we make? They swarmed the field twice during the awards ceremony in Southfield. One for winning and one for the district chairman's award.
It gets better. Everyone knows that bees struggle in water, and Great Lakes Bay District saw the bees stumble just a bit. However, the hive had to grow a little bit more to make room for the Engineering Excellence Award they won, and moved to Troy, seeking a win to set them up well for MSC. At Troy, the Bees really showed what they were made of and won the district event as the Blue Lions for the first time since the 2011 Michigan State Championship, foreshadowing perhaps what we can expect to see from the Bees this weekend. Good luck to Team 33.
All right. So, you are such a good writer, buddy.
Thank you.
You're really creative. So that goes out to 33, the Killer Bees.
You should jump up and down.
You should. All right. So just a team that, since the beginning of the season, that quick stumble, but, you know. All right, who do we got next? Sorry, I gotta look this up. Yeah, so Southfield won. Great Lakes Bay struggled a little bit, semifinals. Troy went back to the basics, quote unquote, and won again. Michigan State Championship is up next for them. All right.
So we're starting to look forward to see. My voice has just gone off a sudden.
Oh,
Sorry.
boy. It's gone. Our 4th ranked team is team number 118.
From, oh boy, I just don't trust myself. I know it's League City, Texas. From League City, Texas, Clear Creek Independent School District, it's the Robonauts. 47 match wins, only 4 losses. Winners at Alamo, winners at Greater Kansas City, winners at Lone Star.
You're up.
So one of 8 teams to spend all 6 weeks in the top 25 this year, the Robonauts certainly backed up that status on the field this season. Going into 3 events in Texas and coming out with only 4 match losses is no small feat. But the Robonauts did better than that. They won all 3 of these events. The first event of the year, Alamo, saw them seeding second and joining the first seed for the eliminations. In the finals, they faced their friends 148, but were still able to take the win in 2 low-scoring defensive matches.
Back on the field at Kansas City, 118 knew that they weren't going to be able to better their finish from Alamo, so looked to repeat as they set themselves up for success, going undefeated through quals and suffered their only loss in finals match number 2. Oh, in finals match number 2, excuse me. At Lone Star, they knew that there was only one thing left to do, and it was to finish out the season with another regional win. This time they decided they'd rather have 148 on their side, and they needed that firepower against 1477 and 624. Along with their impressive 3 regional wins, 118 picked up 2 Excellence in Engineering awards. That is your 4th ranked team through the 2014 season.
So last year, the final ranking saw 118 finish 5th. So able to move up 1 year later, a couple spots, finish in the top 3. Robonauts have an incredible machine. That's no secret at this point. They play the game well. The robot is well driven. They're well coached, and we certainly expect big things out of them at the World Championship.
Absolutely.
The teams in Texas are scary good.
I was going to say something, but I forgot. So, all right. Your 3rd ranked team is team number 1114.
From St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada, Governor Simcoe Secondary School, Symbotics, 43 wins, 7 losses, winners at the Windsor Great Lakes Regional.
The Symbotics has spent every week that they are eligible in the top 25 this year. Plagued by bad luck early in the season, the Simbots never stop improving. I think there may have been only one team in first that works harder than 11-14 to get better. They can be found in Greenville. Symbotics opened the season at GTR West and seeded first. Their scouts were working harder than ever, and they put together a scary alliance for eliminations. Unfortunately, they were not able to advance through the semifinals and made an unexpected early exit from the event.
Going into Waterloo, everyone knew that this event was not going to be a walk in the park. 11-14 was picked by the surprise number 1 seed, maybe not such a surprise, in 40-39 and chose to join their alliance. In the quarterfinals, the alliance looked unstoppable. They breezed into the semis, and a common theme of this year, however, their run was cut short by some questionable fouls. Going undefeated through quals and finally getting the win at Windsor this past weekend, Symbotic showed us all what their team is capable of in this game. There's no better time to get everything rolling than at your last event before championship, and we all expect Team 11-14 to come out rolling. Also, a huge congratulations to Greg Phillips on his Woody Flowers Finalist Award.
And to Graham.
Yeah,
friend
his
Graham
Dean's
for
list.
His Dean list. Yeah, absolutely.
Symbotics, and like we just said, I don't think there's a scarier team in first when they're on a roll as 11-14.
Mm-hmm.
A few stumbles earlier in the season, but able to put it all together in an impressive fashion.
A little chip on the shoulder to get that regional win. I mean, it's huge.
Not that winning regionals ever becomes ordinary, or I guess not special. But I think after kind of a tough few events, I bet winning at Windsor really felt good for Symbotics this past weekend.
It felt real good. Yeah, absolutely. So we are just going to take a very quick little break here. So we just appreciate all of the teams that have, or all of the voters, all 172 that have voted this week. Again, thank you to VexPro. You can visit vexpro.com. Check all them out. And what else would you say?
I think at this point it's appropriate to thank all the teams that have been so inspiring for us to talk about for the past 6 weeks. We've had hundreds of different voters on and off throughout the course of the week, the various weeks, so we can't thank you enough for voting. We've had a ton of people sending us so much great information that we could not have possibly found or discovered or seen with the time Mike and I have. So we can't thank you guys enough for that. And we just hope that you guys have enjoyed it so far as much as we have.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, a reminder, next week we're going to be doing our normal show, normal time, normal place. Tuesday at 9 p.m. we're going to be talking about the district championship recaps. And then just from there, it's kind of a waiting game as it is every year. Just when championships come out, we'll have a division preview show. So if you'd like to be a part of our division preview show, please send us an email. We would love to have you on the show talking about a division and kind of being the expert in that division. So a quick thing, we kind of catch some flack this year. Not so much this year as in years past, but do you want to talk maybe a little bit why we cut off our voting at this point in the season and don't do any more votes from here on out?
Right. So the reason why we stop it here is pretty simple. Everyone plays regionals. Everyone plays districts. Not everyone plays in the district championship. Not everyone plays at the world championship. So to keep kind of everything on a quote-unquote somewhat level playing field, this is where we stop the voting when the regional/district season is over. And then we let the district championships and the world championships kind of serve as their own special thing to accomplish. But this is meant to be a show by FRC teams for all of FRC teams. So this is kind of the most logical place for us to stop the voting. But we will continue to have shows throughout the rest of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think that was a great explanation. So top 25 is determined by community voting. Basically, if you vote first place for a team, they get 25 points. Second place team gets 24 points. Third place gets 23, so on and so forth. Those get all added up together based on votes. We used to do those by hand. Thank you, Pat, for the awesome spreadsheet. So that's how it's determined. Nowhere are these official rankings. They're for fun. It's a way to get us together every week to be able to talk about them and just get the whole community together and just talk about robotics for an hour and a half, 2 hours every week. So
we are quickly approaching 2 hours.
So we shall get a move on. So is this the third year in a row for this next team? Third year in a row at number 2 for the top 25 rankings goes out to team 2056.
Holtzman, don't kill us.
Please don't.
From Stony Creek, Ontario, Canada, Orchard Park Secondary School, it's OP Robotics. 32-5 overall. Winners at Waterloo, winners at Great Lakes.
So making the jump into the top 2 again this week, the 2056 finishes in the second position for the third year in a row going into the championship. With their impressive win this weekend, they have locked up their 19th straight regional win. Having only competed in 2 events this year, the robot is still in its prime. Is this the year that they can finally win it all?
2056 opened the season at the Waterloo Regional, jam-packed with good teams. 2056 have not taken the field yet, and a lot of us weren't sure what to expect. We were waiting with nervous and cautious optimism.
We really were.
But 2056 shown in typical fashion that they had designed the best robot to play the game and went out there and did just that. Windsor-Essex was no change for what we expected, and a lot of people were saying things that Canada finally righted themselves with 2056 and 1114 pairing up for the first time and yet again bringing home another gold medal.
2056 finished this year with 2 regional wins and 2 Excellence in Engineering awards. They added a Volunteer of the Year award at Waterloo. Do you think there's a trophy case big enough to hold all these awards that 2056 has?
I still want a picture of all their banners, like all the consecutive, just like a Vine or a short video of just someone panning all the consecutive banners. 19 regional wins in a row. We are living in history that will never be broken, never be matched again.
Yeah.
First is just getting too stinking hard.
Just, I think us personally got a glimpse into just how we got personally a witness to how hard 2056 works. We know that they work hard all year, but to see the robot that they originally brought to the Waterloo Regional that was not performing well on practice day to end up being regional champions at that event, it just goes to show you how awesome 2056 is, their program, their students, their mentors, just how great that program is.
For me, few teams are as inspiring as OP Robotics.
Agreed.
We've talked about it before, but seeing a team on the top of their game or on the top of their sport is inspiring. We've seen it with Tiger Woods and the Yankees at various times. 49ers and the Patriots have had their heyday at the top of their respective sports. And 2056, 19 in a row, arguably the top of our sport. Really inspiring. And we'll see. Could this be the breakthrough year for 2056 to get that world championship?
I hope so, man. It's just, I hope so. Get that championship win. Very close in 2012. All right. To no surprise, our number one ranked team through the FRC season, through the 2014 season, is team number 254.
The team from San Jose, California, Bellarmine College Prep. It's the Cheesy Poofs. 50 wins, 5-0. Only 5 losses. Winners at Central Valley, winners at Waterloo, and winners at Silicon Valley.
The Cheesy Poofs got their 3rd win of the season this week at Silicon Valley. The Poofs spent an impressive 5 weeks, the top 25 this year, never dropping below 3rd place, and received an outstanding 159 first-place votes. This voting period?
Yeah.
Out of like the 182 we got. Definitively first. The Poofs showed that they could do it all from the start, showing an impressive 3-ball auto before bag day.
The Poofs did exactly what we would expect out of them. Built a beautiful robot and went out in the field and performed as well as it looked. They finished 1st at their first event, 2nd at their second event, and 3rd at their 3rd event. But it didn't matter as they always walked off the field with gold medals around their neck.
At their first, the Poofs surprised the Poofs surprised everyone and reached all the way down to the 43rd and 41st seeds to join their alliance. This shouldn't surprise anyone, as they always do whatever is going to give them the best chance to win, even if it's unconventional.
I truly believe that 254 is in a class of their own this year and destined for a shot at another world championship, with their last one coming in 2011. Hence the shirt. You can't see. Oh, that microphone.
You got it.
Best of luck to 254 in that pursuit at the World Championship.
All right.
Wow. And just like that,
what's over?
The final top 25 of the season.
I can't believe we're here. It happens every time. All right. So that is the Cheesy Poofs, your number 1 ranked team through aerial assist. Congratulations. Oh, I meant to do this earlier, but we'll do it again for
Welcome to the finals.
There it is.
So it's been fantastic. It's been fantastic to cover all these teams this year. Like I said, I think there's 13 carryovers from last year. So a lot of these teams are just continuing to build on the legacy. A lot of people call it a popularity contest, but call it what you want. These teams are deserving to be there. I think there's a lot of teams on this list that you could argue aren't necessarily very popular teams per se, but are on the list because of their accomplishments on the field. If you look down our list, I think the top 50 that we have are all incredible machines, and it's going to be really interesting to see how everything plays out this week at the various district championships, and of course at the big show at the World Championships in St. Louis.
We have our fact checker. That was the number. They have 159 votes out of the 182 ballots, not first place votes.
So they were on 100.
If it was, that'd be really impressive. That's awesome.
They were on 159.
So again, we are not done here on the FRC Top 25 for this year. We still have a ton of shows, or a few shows left. We will definitely be doing one again, as mentioned before, twice next week. Another separate one for division previews. We'll be doing one after championship. We usually do one pre-IRI as well.
So that's it then, right? Just those 3 shows left?
1, 2,
District
3,
recap?
4.
Yeah.
District recap, division preview, post-championship, IRI preview.
Done deal. That summer show is always fun, the IRI preview.
Okay, Pat says I'm still not correct.
Okay.
The votes are 254, right? 159 votes out of
They
the
received that many votes. First place votes this
season. 159 first place votes this season out of however many votes we had. Okay, so that was it.
So as you watch the district championships this weekend, if you see anything cool, you see anything that you think we should talk about, any cool plays that you happen to watch, especially in Michigan, they're really good at putting those videos up kind of as they happen. Anything that you think we should see, send us along. We really want to kind of increase the amount of videos and content we have in the show. So if you see anything cool, feel free to send that along to us. But as far as I go, that's about it. That's about it for me.
That's all I got as well. Guys, we just can't thank you enough for tuning in and watching. Over 200 people today. It's awesome, guys. We just love spending our evening with you, and glad that you love spending it with us. So again, we'll be back next week. Everybody watch some matches and have some fun this weekend, and we'll be back next week.
Next week, same time, same place to talk about all the great events.
Yep, the chat will turn off temporarily. We're going to just head out and the show. Hopefully it'll be up. Hopefully live stream does not have an issue this week as it did last week. We have had perfect streaming all night, so hopefully that works. So the chat will be off temporarily, but we'll be back up with some music playing. You guys can continue to hang out and talk with each other. So that's it.
Thanks for another great episode, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks a lot. Congratulations, all teams.